Aurora is a colorful light phenomenon that can only be seen in the lower polar regions of the Earth. These colorful flashes of light have a variety of beautiful colors, from blue, red, yellow, green and orange that shift each other, as if it seemed to be dancing like a sheet of curtain blowing in the wind. The aurora phenomenon is only visible at night, and usually only appears in the lower polar regions. Quoted from National Geographic, this beautiful light can be seen almost every night near the Arctic and Antarctic circles, which is located at around 66.5 degrees north and south of the equator. So, is this an aurora phenomenon that can only appear at the North Pole and South Pole? The aurora phenomenon is the appearance of natural light sparkling in the night sky. There are two types of aurora that form at the Earth's poles, namely the aurora borealis, the light that appears in the North Pole or Arctic region, also known as the northern lights. Meanwhile, the aurora australis is a phenomenon of colorful flashes of light visible in the South Polar region, also known as the southern lights, the process of forming auroras. Even though this natural event displays beautiful colorful lights, in fact the aurora phenomenon is formed by the activity of the sun. The sun as the center of the solar system not only sends heat and light to life on Earth, however, it also sends a lot of energy and small particles to our planet, quoted from NASA's Spaceplace. However, the huge energy hit by the sun does not fall directly onto our planet, because of the Earth's magnetic field which protects all life on Earth. However, the sun does not necessarily send the same amount of energy all the time. That energy is usually sent when the solar wind blows and solar storms occur. Solar storms occur when stars in our solar system eject coronal masses, that is eject huge bubbles of electric gas that can move through space at high speeds. When a solar storm heads towards Earth, some of the energy and small particles can move along the magnetic field lines at the north and south poles into the Earth's atmosphere. It is there that these particles then interact with gases in the Earth's atmosphere, giving birth to beautiful colorful lights in the sky known as the aurora phenomenon. The green and red colors in the aurora are caused by oxygen, while the blue and purple light is formed by nitrogen. Humans have tried to understand the mysterious northern lights for thousands of years. There are many scientific explanations. There are also myths and interesting stories about the aurora borealis. Reporting from the Times, the following are interesting facts. 1. Once found in cave paintings. According to historical records, the earliest depictions of the aurora borealis or northern lights could be in Cro-Magnon cave paintings. This painting dates from around 30,000 BC. This painting adorns a UNESCO World Heritage cave in Cantabria in northern Spain. 2. Aurora can be seen from space. Astronauts on the International Space Station ISS will sometimes pass through the aurora borealis while in orbit. While most northern lights displays appear between 55 and 80 miles above the Earth's surface, they can reach up to 370 miles into space. For your information, the ISS orbits at an altitude of 253 miles. 3. Aurora is caused by solar activity. The average solar cycle lasts about 11 years. Solar activity has been observed for centuries. High solar activity means a spectacular display of auroras. When sunspot activity is high, it causes a more stunning visual display of the northern lights. 4. Solar activity can be damaging. In 1859, a very large solar storm occurred. This solar activity made the aurora borealis visible as far south as Mexico, Cuba, and Hawaii. On the other hand, solar activity caused telegraph systems across Europe and North America to fail, and telegraph operators reported receiving electric shocks. 5. Aurora borealis has a brother to the south. If the aurora borealis is called the northern lights, in the southern hemisphere there is the aurora australis, which is also known as the southern lights. 6. The aurora borealis can be different from what appears in the photo. The northern lights in real life usually look very different from the color photos we see. This is because the human eye is not good at detecting colors at night. As a rule, you will see a gray color. If you're lucky, there's also green, because green is the color most easily recognized by the eye. This is why it is very important to bring a good camera to capture the aurora borealis. A camera can help capture colors and details you wouldn't otherwise see. In terms of photos and what we see in real life, green is the main color associated with the northern lights. Most solar particles collide with our atmosphere at altitudes of about 60 to 150 miles. This is where oxygen causes the aurora to appear green. 7. Auroras are caused by the solar wind. The northern lights are a natural phenomenon that occurs when the solar wind comes into contact with the Earth's magnetic field. The solar wind is a large stream of electrically charged plasma that has been ejected from the sun's surface and escaped its gravity. It moves at a speed of 5 million meters per hour and takes 18 hours to reach Earth. Electrically charged particles carried all the way from the Sun are channeled to the magnetic poles where they collide with elements in the upper atmosphere, namely oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen. It is this collision that releases the light energy that creates the aurora. 8. Aurora would not exist without both poles. The magnetic field is an invisible shield around the Earth created by the magnetic force flowing from the South Pole to the North Pole. Its function is to protect the planet from the solar wind by stopping it from being directly attacked by the solar wind. The field diverts the solar wind. However, when the wind's magnetic field meets the magnetic field on the dark side of the Earth, these fields combine and some of the charged particles are channeled back to the poles where they encounter the upper atmosphere. These funnels occur towards the North and South Poles, creating the northern lights and southern lights. 9. Atoms and particles mix colors. As charged particles enter Earth's upper atmosphere, they come into contact with gases. They're primarily oxygen, hydrogen and nitrogen. The green color of the aurora comes from charged particles colliding with oxygen atoms, the red from oxygen and nitrogen, and the purple, pink and blue from nitrogen. Last number 10. Aurora can be seen because it is very high. The northern lights are much higher than GPS satellites by about 12 miles, spy planes by about 13 miles, the ozone layer by about 9 to 20 miles and satellites in high Earth orbit by 22 miles. This is because the northern lights are so high that they can be seen from several hundred miles away. Those are interesting facts about the northern lights or Aurora Borealis that you may not know yet. Behind the beauty that is created there are interesting facts hidden behind it.